Yo, what up, boxing world? It's your boy T Dub was blazing in sports. We are here live. All right, so it's going down this weekend. Let's touch on Badou Jack the Ripper versus James Degale. What do you think? Whatever you think, always remember to comment below and let me know just to catch some of you guys up to speed. So what we're looking forward to as I read on Saturday night at the Barcade Center in Brooklyn, WBC Super Middleweight Champion Badou Jack, 20 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 12 KO, will be taking on IBF champion James DeGale. 23 wins, 1 loss, 14 coming by KO, in a winner take all battle in a 168-pound division. This is a unification bout. So, guys, what do you think? This is definitely an interesting matchup. Stylistically interesting matchup. These guys are very similar. Both of these guys are in their prime. They both making a third title defense. Only one of them going to walk away with all the titles. The big question is who's going to do it. So let's just do a little breakdown on what each fighter brings to the table, what may work for them, some things I think they may need to change, and some things they need to look out for. All right, so let's look at Badou Jack. The one thing I like about Badou Jack, he does set his right hand up well. The way he does it, he works that jab. He doesn't work it quite as much as I like. I like to see him double and triple that jab up, especially when he go against James, because James going to move a lot. And if you only throwing one punch against James, I think James got pretty good reaction. He's going to move their head. He's going to give you a lot of different looks, and he's going to keep moving so Badou doesn't really set his feet. So, but with that being said, I think he does set the right hand up. The way he does it, he jabs to the body, he jabs to the head, he hides behind a high guard. So that will kind of help him when he go against James because James trying to throw this crazy, wicked over left hand, and I think that high guard will help him unless he gets tired later rounds and them hands start dropping from his temple down to below his chin. Then he could be in some trouble. But for the most part, I think at least early on, I think he'd be okay, especially with that high guard. He uses that high guard when he's trying to walk somebody down, and he doesn't get crazy. And I like it. He doesn't lunge in there. He doesn't go crazy. He has the hands up. He tries to work in. He might feint just a little bit, throw the jab, try to sneak the overhand right in. The one thing I would like to see a little bit more is more combination, especially when he get inside. When you get a guy like James in front of him, he's going to have to work on combinations not in the middle of the ring, but when he gets James along the ropes, that's when he should really do combination upstairs, downstairs. Hopefully, that's something they're working on. One of the key things I think he need to work on is cutting off the ring. If he does not cut off the ring when he facing James, it's going to be a long night. It could be a torturing, frustrating night for Badou. So if I was him, I would work on before training, during training, after training, while watching my favorite show, cutting off the ring. If somebody circles right, you know what I'm saying? Cut right. Don't go in that same path. That is going to be huge. I also think that double jab is going to be huge and the body work. So those would be my 3 major things when talking about Bandu Jack, what he needs to actually do if he wants to rip into James. All right, so let's just switch on James. I think James DeGale has a wicked style, very unorthodox. He kind of moves around almost like a, I don't want to say Kazaki, but it's just one of those kind of wicked styles where he's always moving, he leaning his head, he's feigning, he's stepping, he's feigning. He throws the jab, which he can go back and forth. Now, I would say this right here because just popped in my head because Badou Jack was knocked out, so his loss came in the first round and he was knocked out by an overhand right, which I don't think he never saw until it connected. So when he faced against James Eagle, he needs to be looking out for that overhand right and the overhand left. When an orthodox fighter faces a southpaw, one of the biggest weapons for a southpaw is an overhand left. One of the biggest weapons for an orthodox fighter is an overhand right or a straight right. Either one of them because it lines up so perfect. Just something for each of these fighters. What we're going to be watching out for is who's going to control the lead foot being on the outside. Um, right now, if I had to tip my hat, I would have to go with James. I think James moves a lot. He's going to keep that foot on the outside. Unfortunately, I think Jack is going to be doing some tracing when he really should be cutting off the ring. But hey, that's just me thinking. Hopefully, they train on this and going to get this broken. So, a couple of big things from James Degale, I think, for keys to victory is the feigning. I think the feign and go, like feign a shot, and then go with a couple of shots. Keep Jack guessing to when he's actually going to commit to shots and come in. Another thing is like what I already said is his movement. If he keeps moving, especially looking at Badou Jack. Badou Jack doesn't really, like I said, he doesn't really have nothing special that jumps out to you. He's a good, solid, all around fighter. Good job, good defense, decent movement, and he's a winner. It's nothing that jumps out that says, "Oh man, he has fantastic feet," or "He has blazing hands," or "blazing power." Something that really sticks out that you can grab onto. He's just a winner and he knows how to win. But the weakness I see is, I think, with his footwork. I think his weakness will be his footwork when he faced Jack. Man, it's kind of making me want to tilt this fight to Jack because coming into this video, I did not make an official prediction or have my mind made up who I think is going to win. I've been kind of back and forth. So, I'm jumping off course. Let's jump right back into it. Keys to victory, feint and go with the punches. Feint, and then go. Keep moving so Jack cannot set his feet. That way, if he can't set his feet, he will not be able to get that right hand off like he wants, and James will still be able to get his shots off like he do. Lure him into something big. So basically, with the feigning, if he can kind of get Badou Jack coming forward, not really thinking, and land that wicked over left hand. It's really wicked, guys. I don't know if it's somewhat wild or what it is, but when it lands, it does some damage. I'm not sure if anybody actually stops anybody with a knockout. But I am at that point in the video where I have to make a prediction. I hope by now that you guys have at least hit that subscribe button, like button, share button, and thumbs up for anybody who hit that like button before the video started. You are the real troopers. But definitely throw some in the comment section. Let me know who do you think is going to win. I don't think anybody wrong. I don't think if you go with Badou Jack, you're going to be wrong. I don't think if you're going to go with James Degale, you're going to be wrong. It could go either way type of fight. Part of me want to go with Jack and think that he's going to catch up to James Degale in the later round, but then part of me want to think that James' movement is going to give Badou Jack a lot of problems. He might steal a lot of early rounds and put Badou Jack in a hole to where he has to have a better second half. But with that being said, all right, guys, I really think it's crazy. I really think James is going to win this fight, but I'm going to go with Badou Jack. Close decision, pulling out the win. If you disagree, let me know. We can talk about it. If you agree, that's what I'm talking about. It's your boy T-Dub. I'm out.